To what extent does changing ratio of stuff affect reaction? Rationale. Thermodynamics is really hard, you should just ignore it. However, in an endothermic reaction, the products are noticeable as nothing. The original experiment investigated the temperature change of 3 different chemical reactions. Our experiment will investigate the temperature change of 3 different chemical reactions. Your experiment will investigate the temperature change of 3 different chemical reactions. We have decided that school sucks. 3NaHCO 3 plus C6H8O7 Na3 C3H4OH, COO, 3 plus 3H2O plus 3 CO2. Scientific theory suggests that the experiment will be fun. The research question for this experiment is, to what extent does changing the ratio of reactants affect boredom level of students? We have hypothesis, modifications to methodology. We have redirected this experiment by only allowing cool students to do it. Experiment has been refined by taking 5 seconds to do it. This has been done to improve the accuracy of results. In the original experiment, a person looked at a mercury thermometer every 10 seconds. So they will have to look at it 0.5 times. Additionally, measures have been put in place to control water added is to independent variable. Safety considerations for risk assessment. See Appendix 69 for the full risk assessment. Hazard. Management procedures. Electronic balance can be knocked off bench, which potential injury to feet. Deal with it. Danger of electrocution. Nothing. Possibility of cuts from broken glass. Deal with it. Particles of solid reactants, sodium bicarbonate, citric acid, irritate eyes. You could die. Cold water causes numbness and hypothermia if exposure is prolonged. Don't drink water for the rest of your life. Results. Analysis or discussion. Interpretation of evidence. My data is so good there's nothing you could do to improve it. Evaluation of experimental process. The experimental process followed is a perfect one in terms of its validity and reliability. Enough said. Suggested improvements and extensions. Dude, it was a perfect experiment, so there aren't any. Conclusion. The data collected supports the hypothesis, which states that you should subscribe to my channel. For example, graph 2 is gay. This experiment could be modified, but it won't be. Appendices. Appendix 1, raw data. I cut out 3 pages of graphs so you don't have to read it. Thank me later. Appendix 2, risk assessment. There's literally a risk assessment earlier in the document. Appendix 3, original procedure. It's the same procedure because it's the same experiment.